We start from the United States. Donald Trump's weekend was eventful. He was welcomed with an even more resounding roar than the last time he was at Madison Square Garden, a place that hosted his closing arguments, remember, during the campaign trail. Now, it saw the ultimate fighting championship. Without giving you any spoilers, the event had more political significance than anything else. He was hand in hand with Elon Musk and some of his cabinet picks. And speaking of the cabinet, Trump has announced his pick to regulate the energy sector. Chris Wright has been tasked to head this crucial area. And in Trump's own words, Wright will permit, produce, generate, distribute, regulate and transport all forms of American energy. Wright was quick to welcome the nomination, saying he will focus on making America and its energy more affordable, reliable and secure. Energy is crucial to the American economy, remember. It is the world's second largest producer of energy, only second to China. And fossil fuels accounts for the largest share in it. In fact, last year, fossil fuel burning made up 84% of total energy production by the US. The process, one of the main indicators being climate change. And this is where the duo, Donald Trump and Chris Wright, come in. Both in the past have made climate change deniers and an ardent support of fossil fuel burning. Wright is the founder and CEO of Liberty Energy, which works with energy companies that have massively increased production of energy through fossil fuel. While being friendly with oil and gas industry, Wright has also been a climate skeptic. In a LinkedIn post from last year, Wright said, and I'm quoting from it, "There is no such thing as clean energy or dirty energy." He went on to call 5 terms, crucial terms: climate crisis, energy transition, carbon pollution, clean energy and dirty energy as deceptive and alarmist. Now, statements like these are well in line with Trump calling climate change a hoax. During the campaign trail, he has promised to boost the domestic fossil fuel industry in order to bring down energy prices. Now, experts have warned against short-term economic benefits over long-term environmental damage. It is worth pointing out here that regulations around energy hasn't been any better under the Joe Biden administration as well. The oil and gas industry has thrived in the last 4 years, and they're expected to in the next 4 years as well.
Pastor, as he was giving the sermon, he said, "When I was raised in my Ukrainian household." Interesting. It's a small world. It is a small world.
And to get us the latest, our correspondent Susan Tehrani is joining us on this broadcast from New York. Susan, good to see you as always. Let's talk about Chris Wright. I want to ask you, how does one govern a sector which is full of their friends?
Yeah, this is what the American people voted for, and you can see that by the fact that if you go look back at Kamala Harris's campaign and before that Joe Biden, the last thing that they wanted to mention was climate change or clean energy, because they know that the American people think that at this point, drilling inside America would be to their economic benefit. You know, it was clear that someone like Chris Wright would be nominated, considering the fact that his policies are in line with the president-elect. And also because in order to expand domestic fossil fuel, you would need someone like him. But I also want to talk about Doug Burgum, who often doesn't get you know, as much attention that is related to this. What he's going to do is head the Interior Department, overseeing federal and tribal land use, including energy development. So these two working hand in hand, it'll seem like there'll be less regulation, more fossil fuel use, and also regarding a shift from clean energy, it might slow it down, but because of the rules, regulations, and the subsidies in place, he's not going to get rid of clean energy altogether. They just won't be able to.
Right. Also, before I let you go, how is the political calendar looking for the next 2 months? Are we going to hear more names, and as well as what's going to happen ahead of January 6th?
Yeah, I mean, we're waiting for the Treasury Secretary. That's expected to be announced. Remember, the director of ICE hasn't been announced yet. Immigration is a huge cornerstone of the president-elect's agenda. We did hear that he wants to use the military. Today, just a few minutes ago, it broke that he, to get these cartels and criminals that are illegally in the U.S. out of the country. We need more explanation regarding that. But there are still some key nominations that haven't been announced, and we're looking forward to them.
All right, Susan, thank you so much for all those updates. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.